I express my appreciation to all contributors, particularly our guest expert and organizing team, by saying Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, and I declare the Competency Certification Program Public Relation and Strategic Communication in Education officially open. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much, Professor, for the inspiring and insightful opening speech. Ladies and gentlemen, next on our agenda is the signing of the Cooperation Agreement, or MOA, as a form of commitment to strengthening collaboration and academic partnership. We kindly invite our second vice dean to proceed with the signing ceremony. And as a token of appreciation and remembrance, we would now like to proceed with the presentations of souvenirs. We kindly invite the representative to present the souvenirs. Okay, thank you so much. And may this cooperation bring long-term benefits for all parties involved. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, to capture this meaningful moment, we will now proceed with a group photo session. We kindly invite all invited guests and representatives to take part in the photo session. Kepada seluruh partisipan yang hadir, silakan mengambil tempat di belakang keynote speaker kami untuk melangsungkan sesi foto bersama. We will now move on to the main session of today's program. Please allow me to introduce our moderator today, Mrs. Melia Dwi Widayanti MPD, a lecturer at the Faculty of Education, Universitas Negeri Surabaya. Please give a warm welcome to our moderator.
Thank you so much, Olive. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, distinguished speakers and all participants, and also annyeonghaseyo for our keynote speaker today, Mrs. Jihye Kim. Is that right? Yes. It is a great honor and pleasure for me to welcome you to today's agenda entitled Competency Certification Program, Public Relation and Strategic Communication in Education. This competency certification program addresses a highly relevant and timely issue, particularly as educational institutions are increasingly required to communicate strategically, build strong public trust, and engage effectively with diverse stakeholders in a global context. Let me introduce myself. My name is Melia Dwi Widayanti, and today I will be your moderator to guide this session. Today we have an incredible keynote speaker who is an expert in this topic. I'm honored to introduce you to the keynote speaker, our Mrs. Jihye Kim.
Thank you for inviting me, and I'd like to share some of the, can hear me?
Oh, you can use your mic. But
Here.
no, your mic is here. But let me introduce your work first. Sorry. Mrs. Jihye Kim is an interculturalist, global communication builder, and an experienced facilitator and trainer in diversity, equity, and inclusion. She is a certified intercultural trainer using the Lewis model of culture, a certified facilitator of the Korea Facilitator Association, and a consultant and coach specializing in cross-cultural communication, global leadership, and also strategic communication. Beyond her professional practice, Mrs. Jihye Kim is also a journalist, international conference speaker, author, and the founder of the global community Cultural Talk for Diversity. Through these initiatives, she has consistently created spaces for dialogue, knowledge exchange, and inclusive communication among professional educators and global citizens from various cultural backgrounds. Today's session will consist of keynote presentation, followed by an interactive discussion and a question and answer session. We encourage all the participants to actively engage, reflect on their own professional context, and share insight related to public relations. Without further ado, it is my great honor to invite our speakers, Mrs. Jihye, to deliver her presentation. Ms. Jin, time is yours.
Yeah, thank you very much. Can you hear me? Okay, the audience on the Zoom also can hear me. So if you can hear me, just to type yes. I want to make sure that you can hear me well.
They can.
Okay. Okay, then I can share my screen slide. Okay. Okay, so can see my screen?
Pali?
Okay, so, nice. Now you can see my screen. Okay, so let me share about the public relations and strategy communication in education of Korea. So I will give you some of the way how they try to communicate with the society and parents, and then with the teachers and students. So already I got introduced. Thank you very much for the warm introductions. Before I start my lectures, I share a lot of Korean cultures and Korean issues and all these things article on the LinkedIn. So if you are interested to know about Korean culture, so Korean issue, then you can go to the LinkedIn and can read my article about that one. So I'm quite regularly writing article on there, so you can go in there. And let me start by asking you, have you ever seen Korean students lunch? You ever seen that? Anyone? Let me share a photo of a Korean student's lunch in school. This is the one. Look at that. Wow, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's a very nice, right? Yeah, so every day, school, they serve the lunch to the students, and then it's free. So government funding for lunch, and also textbook, and this means that we don't need to, as a parents, we do not need to pay anything to the school. So we only pay for the private tutoring. We spend a lot for the private tutoring, but in a public school, they pay everything. Textbook, even the uniform, lunch, and all food, and all these things are paid by the government, funded, so we do not need to pay that one. Then how can I get this photo? Actually, we have applications. We have application, so every day they show the photo of that day's lunch. And not only in the lunch menu, they also provide some kind of information about the something like a monthly basis menu, and also some like a one-day lunch, what is the today lunch, and also what is the subject that you have to learn, what is the schedule, and also some kind of announcement or any like event information or homework. You also can access to this application and get the information as a parents as well as a student. And also I can send the message to the homeroom teacher of my children, and then can communicate through this application. But normally students, they just check the menu of the lunch every day. They don't check much about others. And I also sometimes check it. Oh, today you had a very good menu, and you had this, something. And then they say that, oh, it was a very tasty, and I envy you that you can take. I can have some kind of a communication with my children's daughter about the school, like a menu or some other topics after checking this application. So these are one of the way that we are directly communicate with the teachers and school information. So if in summary, so messages through the application, and if I send the messages to the teachers, then they also check it and reply back to me during the working hour. So if I am sending at night, they cannot check it. This is only allowed to communicate during the working hour. Or if there is any emergency and any urgent thing, I call to school office, but not mobile contact to the teachers. Yeah. Actually, in Korea, there was some kind of an issue that a few teachers, they too much contact to the homeroom teacher. So because of this kind of personal contact to the teacher, there was some issue. So from this year, any complaints from a parents to the teacher, they cannot contact by mobile phone or cannot contact by social media. So this is prohibited legally. Then only we can contact official channel, like a school designated official complaint channel, so if we have anything to talk. So now they try to protect the teachers from too much trying to involving parents. So that is one of the way to improve the actions, improve the teachers' right. In the past, actually we say that something like this, 군사부 일체, this means the ruler, teachers, and the fathers are equally respectable. That was the main concept in Korea before. So teacher, fathers, rulers, the king, are the same level. That was what we thought. Then that's why in Korea there is a saying that you should not even step on your teacher's shadow. People say that in the past. that was the level of a teacher. However, it changed a lot actually. Why? At present in Korea, you may imagine Korean, something like a nice building and some traditional palace or nice cosmetic and also K-pop dance. Yeah, that is what you imagine. However, in the past in Korea, we got invaded more than 3,000 times. And also, you may see some of the drama about the story, the colonial time in Korea for 35 years under Japanese. And also, after liberalization, Korean had some Korean internal war from North and South Korea. Between these two sides, we had 3 years of a Korean in domestic war, and it makes Korean became very poor. So we were one of the poorest country in the past. It was not long ago. The child, look at there, is my parents' generation. This post-war generation is not long ago. So my parents were that time that much poor. So my mother still remember the time that she was very hungry after school, then back to home and open the pot, and there's only a little of rice only, and she cried, and all those stories still I can hear from her. But I am just the next generation, but I never get hungry. So it was a very big changes between generation. So from the condition of this very poor to the country like what you are seeing now is only 70 years. So within 70 years, the country changed dramatically. So this means every generation has a very different experience. Then in the time of poor conditions, my parent generation, post-war generation, they got very poor conditions. They suffer from hunger, and also gender inequality means that you have a lot of siblings, brother and sister, but parents are investing a lot for the boy only rather than a girl. So then, because they are not enough, they don't have enough money, so they just send the boy to the school and girl only limited school chance. So that's why my parent generation, normally the female has a lower educations compared to the male. So that is the normal conditions of my parent generation. Then what they thought in their mind, because of this kind of the adversity, difficult time, and the poor and war, then what they found is something cannot be destroyable is something important. Let me ask you a question. What is something that can never be taken away from you under any circumstance? The thief or war or any disasters, they can destroy everything. But one thing, something, they cannot take away from you. That's what they thought about post-war generations, is that, yeah, everything can be taken. However, your knowledge and your skill and your experience and your competence, nobody can take from you. So what they focus on is that the educations. That's why the Korean is crazy about education. So they put a lot of investments and then efforts for their children's education, study and skill education is very important in Korea. And I am the next generation of this post-war. I'm in my 40 and 50. So this generation got very highly educated. So compared to my parent generation, my generation suddenly having a very high education level compared to them. So what they expecting is that the world would be better for my children and the hard work to overcome the bad situation. So that's why they sacrifice themselves a lot for the children education. So that's why we had a very dramatic increase of the economy thanks to the educations and then the human resources. Then in Korea, especially, we don't have any natural resources. We don't have oil. We don't have any other natural resources. And then 70% of our land are mountain. So only human resources is something that we can utilize in Korea. And also we are divided into north and south. So because of this kind of conditions, what we can invest and what we can put efforts is education. So education is really, really important in Korea. And then we achieved a very high dramatic increase of the economy conditions. Then it's also changed the attitude of parents to the teacher. So like explained before, we had a concept that we couldn't even step the shadow of the teacher in the generation of a post-war. Then at that time, they had like 6 to 8 siblings, so a lot of children. And then they were very poor. They were busy to survive, a lot of farming, and they didn't that much care about their children. So they just to show very big respect to the teacher, because teachers are a big portion of taking care of the children also in school. So, and then also their generations, my parent generation have a low education and limited information because of not digital era. So also that time, physical punishment is illegal. So actually, when I was a child, when I was in school, if you have an incorrect answer, the number of incorrect answer, I got smashed on my punished. It was a quite common that time. But next generation, when the baby boomer become a parents, and when we have our children, they're totally different. We have only 1 or 2 children, and then very highly educated and abundant information, digital world, internet, you can find many information, and the physical punishment is it becoming illegal. So because of this kind of conditions, the way we look at the way we view the teacher is totally different. So we think our children is so precious. So now we have less than 1 child. So Korean birth rate is 0.7. Your in Indonesia is more than 2. In Korea, not every couple have a baby. So this means 0.7 means only maybe one of the couple have decided to have a baby. So this means the child become a big treasures of the family. So they feel it is so precious. So even if they are going school, and they always concerned about, is it okay? So anybody bully you? So they keep asking. I also did that to my children, because I saw a lot of TV drama or news. They bully each other. So I checked many times. Anybody bully me? Then they say, Mom, there is drama. Not like that. That's what I heard from my children, actually. So like me, there are so many parents, they want to know about the school, what happened there. But not many children are talking, especially those teenagers. They don't want to talk with the parents. Yeah, it's the same here? Yeah. Yes. Korea the same. They don't want to talk. And they don't want to share. They think talking with the parents is not like a trendy, maybe. So for us who has the teenagers, actually very hard to know about the life in school. So that's why the parents try to talk to the teacher, because at least the teachers are kindly try to answer to the parents. So because of only 1 child, and the children are less disciplined compared to the past and more individualized, they keep calling teacher. That's why the teachers are so busy to take care of not only the children, to take care of the parents as well. So that's why the government banned calling directly to the mobile phone of the teachers. Okay, so you may see that a lot of Korean drama. So then how the teacher try to communicate more with the public. So Korean is very popular with the drama and K-contents and YouTube, all these things. Communication through the media and contents becoming a very common in Korea. Like the same, some teacher, they try to communicate and try to tell about the school life through these contents. This is my daughter's graduation date, and my second daughter graduated middle school this year, and then this is a performance that she showed on the graduation date. So this means that graduation date, normally we imagine a lot of speeches, right? Congratulatory speeches, and then thanks speeches, or all these things. But actually, on the graduation day, we didn't have that much speeches. There was only some performance by the students. And this is just a part of that. They are not good dancers, but you can see how they practice, and then they try to show it. Let me share. Okay, so the streaming is not linear, but you can see a bit of the pictures that how they perform. So they are practicing this for almost a month, and then they show on the graduation date. And also, every class, they need to make some kind of the video about their the time of a graduation, how they review of their life in school. So this is also the video from that one, and they try to follow the movie Train to Busan, then change the name of Train to Graduations.
이상한 사람이 하나 타고 있는 것 같은데.
팀장님, 여기 11호차 응급 환자 발생했습니다.
저게 뭐야 진짜? 수아, 너 여기 꼼짝하고 잠깐 있어? 없어.
They took it all in school. They pretend like a Train to Busan.
아직까지 남의 안은 열려 있다니까. 우리 그냥 이것들 달고 부산으로 갑시다 바로. 몇 호칸?
Yeah, so like this, actually, all these contents are made by students. So teenagers, they are better than us actually, so they can make it better. And every class, they make this kind of small video captures, and then they show that how they feel about their memory, how to keep their memory in a way of a video and contents. So they just show those video during the graduation date. So it doesn't make us boring. So it feels like, oh, very exciting, and it's like a drama. So it, hello? Yeah, let me check, sorry. So because of that one, and the graduation ceremony become very interesting. So this is how the school and the students, they are involving and engaged more in this graduation ceremony. Not only in the school, high school, kindergarten also need to do that. In front, you can see the teachers. Teachers are showing how to perform to the kindergarten toddler. So Korea is this one also some small children kindergarten level, how they do showing the Korean traditional dance. So what it said about the Korean style is that performance and event with inviting parents is kind of a very common. So what they mean is that strengthening the parents and child bond. This means when the parents come and see their children's performance, they feel proud of their children. So they feel very happy, and also then developing the teamwork. when my daughters having this dance together with a schoolmate, the total number of the students in that class was participated. And my daughter was a very poor dancer, and she coupled with the best dancer and keep learn from the friends and how to dance, and means that the classmates never exclude anyone from the participation. So there was one, I heard that one classmate didn't join because he has autism. So asking opinion, that student said that I don't want to join. So they respect his opinion and accepted that boy. Then whole the classmates was participating in the dancing and performance. So it makes them to learn how to cooperate and group activities, and then also teaching them how to experience a stage and show their presentations. And another very important part is that there are some kind of a social expectation. And then this kind of performance is a parent-centered. So this means in Korea, because of parents really want to embark a lot on the educations, then the teacher role is also very important to communicate properly with the parents. Then remove all those curiosities. So this means with this kind of a performance, with this kind of media, they always try to show some kind of what is the life is like in their class. So then that's why we can say that the parents-centered educations. And the superintendent, the major, the head of the regional education, also election basis. So it means that the parents or the older citizen have the right to vote for the superintendent of the education. So this means the person who is on the top of an education minister, they also need to have some proper communication with the citizen so they can be elected. So as this kind of also election basis, every city, the head of every city governments, they also want to show that this city is very good for the children. Please come to our city and live here because our education system is good. That kind of advertisement is also very important. That's why Korean 110 local governments officially register as a child-friendly city. So this is also very important advertisement way of their own city. And under the UNICEF framework, if our city is registered as a child-friendly city, then you need to have some kind of obligation to follow. For example, like respect and protect all children's rights, or regularly you need to listen children's voice and put that voice and opinion into the policy of the governments. All the kind of conditions are there. And all these city who register as a child-friendly, they regularly hosting this kind of a town hall meeting, inviting students into the city hall and then asking their opinion. What is your idea to improve our city for you? Then they say that, oh, we need to have some kind of playground, and we need to have some kind of clean condition, or we don't like somebody just smoking outside of our school, or they just propose a lot of idea. And you can see on the left that the children are holding some kind of a calculator device. Actually, there is a voting device. So if all those are idea on the screen, and they can select. So based on their selection, that kind of idea need to put that into the policy of the governments. So this is also how the local governments are communicating with the students of that area, and then also show that, oh, we are listening a lot of students' opinion and put that into our policy and implementing a lot. And these are one of the conditions that you can keep as a child-friendly city. And also these local governments, because they are not directly communicate with the children or the parents, mostly these local governments of educations are communicate with the school only and teacher only, and they do a lot of a campaign. This is the purpose to ask them to wash your hands. But the singer there actually teacher. So this teacher became a very popular after she is a YouTuber, and her nickname is Darji. So teacher, YouTuber, but she is a rapper. So she expressed how hard or what is the like as a teachers on YouTube, and she posted it on YouTube a lot, and then she became a popular. Now she is the ambassador of the Ministry of Education.
밤새 모니터에 튀긴 침이 마르기도 전에 강의실로 아참 교수님이 문신 때문에 긴팔 입고
You can see some rap. So she posted a lot about it, and then wow, teacher rapper. So people get interested to know about her, and she became popular, and she now become a ambassador, and also a lot of a campaign song is sang by her. So like this, now a lot of teachers, they want to show what is the life is like in school on YouTube. So this is another cases that the teacher also, elementary school teacher, and she is telling good morning messages to the students every morning. So something simple one. So you can see like a lot of a simple shorts video that how you reject when you are you got asked every time of your friends asking you to have a bite of your food or your snack every time, but in your mind you want to reject it. And how to do that? Because she is a teacher of elementary school students. She explained it very easy way. So even as an adult, when I listen her messages, wow, I can apply that to my life as well. So people get to know about her, and they love to listen, and they subscribe her YouTube, and then she became a very popular. And she is on TV after she became popular. So she every day in the morning before school start, talk those messages to the children, and they should become very popular. And another cases is that there is a teacher also, handwriting, pretty handwriting, the way how to write the pretty Korean, like that. So this teacher also, every time he posted the handwriting pretty way, and he is also elementary school teacher, but actually he was not that much popular, but he suddenly became very popular, not because of the handwriting, but he posted one event that he did in the school. So that was the case that
학교 오기를 정말
very touching story. There was one student in the class that got a surgery and didn't come to school for 1 month. And then this girl, after she came back from the 4 times of the surgery, and suddenly she feel very strange about the old friends. Then friends didn't show kind of welcoming her, then she feel like a sad, but actually it was a kind of the event. So they prepared some kind of event. She almost cried like that, so she feels strange, and then they prepare some event for her. So they secretly say that I want to go restroom, and then they brought some cake for celebrating about her coming back to class. So that makes us very touched about these kind of things from the elementary school students' preparations. You can see the cake for her. So after this become a very viral on YouTube, and this teacher also becoming a very popular for the handwriting also. Actually, he is more popular with this one, but with this video, this teacher became a very popular now. And there are some other teachers. For example, this teacher is not a YouTuber, but he tried to teach about the economy to the elementary school students, and he make his class like a nation. Then he said himself, I'm a president, and you can be some kind of a role, like you are the minister of a economy. So if you are the in charge of the cleaning the window, you are the minister of the environment, something this way. So he assigned some kind of a role, and also he make some kind of the artificial currency there, and then not the actual money, they try to exchange the kind of artificial currency each other to learn about the economy. And this became very popular because of the children's, the class, in that class, the children, they love to this kind of activities, and they talk a lot about this to their parents, and parents having some kind of a cafe, the website, the cafe, to talk about this kind of information, and he become very popular. So now he also kind of ambassadors of a teaching of economy, and there's also this teachers is a third grade of a high school teacher. So third grade means just before the entrance exam. So they are very gloomy season. So only study, study, study all day long. But this teacher realized that the only event for this third grade of the high school is only for the photo time of the graduation. So this teacher sacrificed himself being a funny guy on that graduation photo and became a very popular and also on TV like this. So teacher, they try to think about how to be more interactive with the students, and then this become a very popular and become a very viral, and people get to know that. But why they become a YouTuber? Why they try to be more interactive openly? Is because, as you already know, that there are a lot of story and drama about the bully, school violence in Korea, violence. So we, as a like a normal citizen, as a student's mother, and we also concern a lot. We don't know what happened. So that's what we see normally on TV and also on news. There are some story about the bully. Then it becomes a kind of a very hard for us and concern a lot about the education system in Korea. Then that kind of story sharing is a kind of a way that we can build the trust about the education. And in Korea, every school need to have a mandatorily have a counseling facilities. That's what we call week class. So this week class provides some psychological support to the students. And if the students have any academic stress or the bully cases, they can get some consultations from this week class. So they can keep it secret if the students want, and then they try to solve the problems there first. So any students can go and they can have a good consultation system. And then in Korea, also if you are even you are now adult, in the past when you were teenager, any of the case that you bully someone, actually they cannot be on TV anymore. So these are the celebrities, they were very popular, but they have a history of a bully other friends, and now they cannot be on TV anymore. And it becomes a very critically, now they handle it. And also from this year, many schools, they reject any of the bully record students. So even you are very high grade, and if you have any violence record in school, you are rejected. So also one of the school, they rejected 162 applicants. So means that any school bullying cases, we take it very seriously now. So you have to be careful as a student. Then students need to be well disciplined. You cannot bully anyone. That is a major concept in Korea because as you saw, a lot of cases that we can see on TV. So now the teacher and students are maybe their communication is the same in any country, but in case of the teacher and parents communications is more on the applications and the official channel only, because of parents are now, they too much try to involve a lot to the to their children's educations, but that is a major role of the teacher and does not need to be disturbed by the parents. That's why they try to more officialize the channel of the communications. And also once we have some class, then the parents need also have some kind of a chat room. So like a WhatsApp, then we open that one and we share the information. Sometimes the teacher join there and sometimes not, depending on the teacher decision. And then the local office of educations, even they do not directly communicate with us, but we also can elevate any of the big issue of the school directly to the local office. And also this local office do a lot of a campaign and the YouTube program and then YouTube contents to share that how much they put their efforts. So we can also get some information from there. These are the major way of how they communicate. And you may know that BTS, right? So BTS, the major way they having this fandom is communication. So they show their life. They are very transparent. They show their life and all those things and how they think and what is their life is like that. They try to show that and they expose to the YouTube. Then just to show that becomes kind of the transparent and willing to expose to the social media means that we don't need to doubt about their life. So like the same way in Korea, now more and more teachers, they try to show that. Like in the past, people thought that a teacher know everything, but now we know that teacher is also the human being, and the teacher also need to learn more, and they are just a bit one step ahead of our children. It's not somebody that we have to push everything to the teacher to let our children know. So we try to understand about it, and teacher also try to tell to the society that we are not perfect person. We are just a bit ahead of your children, and we are just to guide them, not bringing them to the better world, but I just can guide you. But you have to give me a freedom to do that. So that is the message now that Korean teacher try to give to the public. So teachers do not need to be perfect. When communication is sincere, students begin to learn and the parents begin to trust. And then social system for teacher is slowly improving. Like this year enacted cannot directly call to the mobile phone of the teacher. That is also the social system they just improved after having some difficulties handling of those a lot of complaining from the parents. So that is the main messages nowadays that I can teach you, I can give you. And as a content-strong country in Korea, teacher now, they try to be on YouTube a lot and try to tell about their life a lot on TV or on YouTube. So I really recommend you also try to do that. Definitely, the parents will love it. Thank you.
Then please raise your hand, say your name, and it's also for the participant in the Zoom meeting. So if one of you have a question, then please raise your hand. Is there any question? Yeah. We will be collecting 3 questions, and then maybe you will answer it.
Yes.
Yeah. So the first question will be for you, and then the second question. Is there any question? 2, and then the third question, 3. So the one who using the gray, Please stand up and then say your name and also the question. Please. Waalaikumsalam.
Oh, no! Let me clarify the questions because I cannot hear clearly. So this means that if there is a case of the students, they bully someone, and then the parents say that, oh, no, no, not my children, it's never do that. They don't believe. It could be happen, yeah.
Thank you. And then the second question, let me repeat your question. How the teacher dealing if their parent doesn't believe that her or his child is a bully, right? Yeah. Thank you. And then the second one, please.
Oh, sorry, could you say that?
Can you please repeat it? Bisa diulang?
Yeah. AI.
How has the definition of PR or public relations education changed over the last few years? What is the exchange of PR definition when there is already have AI and also? Okay. And then the last one.
Sorry.
How is teacher responding to misinformation, especially for the kindergarten children?
Misinformation?
Misinformation. Hoax maybe. Hoax, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay, thank you so much for Miss Chin.
Yeah. Oh, very difficult questions you all asked. Yeah. But very important question, I think. So this thing happen a lot. For example, if there is a bully cases, normally as a parent, I don't believe my child is bullying someone, right? That's the very basic attitude of the parents. So normally, when something happen, and we need to understand about the context. So if the teacher witness somebody is hitting the one child, one student is hitting the other students without knowing the background, maybe we don't know. So this may be the child who hit the other one had a long term got bullied by others, but he just endure like a verbal bully or teasing or say something bad or all these things. He endure, maybe suddenly he out of his anger, he may hit it. So we don't know the full pictures. So because of that one, if something happen, normally teacher is not judging on site. So they just separate the child, separate the students, and then try to talk one by one. And then try to find the whole story and ask the parents to talk first. So there was one case also in my second one. I for example, like one child, one classmate say that my daughter bullied her. But of course I didn't believe it as a parent normally. So I try to understand the situation. Then they didn't ask the parents to talk. So the teacher talked to one by one, talk to me and talk to the other side. And then try to understand every pictures. And then we find out what is the real reason behind. And then I found that there was like a birthday party, and they went to some kind of a amusement park. Then because the other girl didn't invited in that amusement park visiting, and she got angry, and she said that my daughter bullied her. So there was a kind of a story behind. So we need to find out the whole story before the judging it. So maybe violence is just a part of the story. So the teacher is very busy to find out all these things, have to talk, because normally big resistance by the parents. So it takes a long time to persuade. You need to listen about your children. You need to know about what is happening behind, because we don't see what's happening in my children's world in school. So I also experienced that the teacher is trying to keep explaining every pictures, then also try to listen on both sides. But normally, if I listen something, then I already have a very hatred mind about the other child and their parents. So it is not a good idea to ask the parents to come and face each other. So try to understand the picture. And then if the evidence is clear, then somebody is a hit, and then the other one is a victim, then the parents or the students can report this is a bully. Then it becomes official. And then parents have to face-to-face, and students have to face-to-face and explain about this situation. And there's some kind of, not like a legal sentence, it is a school sentence. So you have to give the apology, official apology by letter to the other, or the worst one is you cannot be in this school anymore. So you have to move your school. So there are many steps. So there is some kind of a step behind, but as a teacher, normally the teacher need to have a very big picture informations. So that is something very busy for the teacher actually. But in Korea, they try to understand before something reporting, official report happen. Once you officially report, this means that your child or your students may have a bully record. So as you can see, that once you have a record of you bully someone, then you cannot enter the universities. So maybe you cannot go to the good universities. So this is a kind of impacting of a whole your life. So for the teacher, it is very hard for them to make a judgment. So try to make them understand, not officially report, try to apologize each other, and try to understand maybe he got angry because of that one. So why don't you try to not to do that? And then why don't you try to apologize first before we try to be official? So that kind of procedure is very lengthy and very hard actually.
Yeah. So actually, it's very a lot of steps to just judge a people who bully or not, because it's really impacted on their life.
Yes.
Oh ya. Okay, thank you. Bisa dipahami, Mbak?
Regarding the next two questions about the misinformation, maybe it's something similar. So in case of a kindergarten, depending on their level of a verbal communication, some children, especially female child, they speak well, but the male child is slower than the female, so they normally cannot get good information from child. So these days, now they are officially put CCTV a lot. Yes. So the parents, they cannot see from the house. If they want to see, they can come to the kindergarten, and there's some rooms. Then if you want to see, you can come anytime and can see how they are living in school, in the kindergarten. So they officially need to show that. And kindergartens having more often communications with the parents. And normally, the parents are picking up the children, and they listen a bit about the life in there of daily life. And also, there is a book So every day, the kindergarten, very busy also, kindergarten teacher. Take care and write these things while they are taking a nap. They cannot take a rest. So they have to write down, oh, what is the life for today and how he ate very well, or he didn't eat, or he took a medicine. All these kind of points they have to write down on the book. So when the parents can see that at night. So kindergarten teacher is the, I think, hardest one.
Yeah.
The smaller, the worse, the difficult, I think.
Yeah.
And then the AI, that one for these days, because of children, they learn faster than adults. So the teacher group, now they try to catch up. So they also having kind of a group, and they regularly learn each other how to apply this kind of AI technology, or they can make an application very easily. So try to use all these things into their education, because textbook, writing a book, all these things are kind of now old. For example, my friends, she scolded her child because the eraser, so while they erase something, remove something, then they tear the paper. Why? You have to be soft. Why you so strong? And my friends are scolding her daughter. So I say that no need to scold. This is a different generation. They don't solve the problems on the paper. They use a tablet. So they just press the button and all remove. No need to use an eraser. So they do not know how to use an eraser properly. So they are very digitalized, but now still the testing is with the paper. So now this is a kind of imbalance. So they are very digitalized. They study with a tablet. They don't use a paper, but still the testing is on the paper. So they have to use a multiple way of tools to do it. And our generation don't understand these things. So that is now digital and non-digital is something not well matched. So need to catch up it based on the skill of children. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Mbak, bisa dipahami. Okay, thank you so much for the answer. Maybe is there any question from other participant? No, is there any question? Well, actually, Jane, I'm a lecturer from the early child education, and what you told us about the kindergarten teacher is the same with us. We also have like a report book, which they always write it down every day and then report it to the parents so they can read it every day. But my question is, for the kindergarten, is there also have like the application you explain on the first place?
Actually, they have a kind of the website. They have a limit, authorized the parents only can join. This means their children's photo is not in the public. So they have some kind of what they call cafe, website cafe. So only the parents can join and can see the life of the children. So it is also very hard to show and share every information, so they can access and they can see the photo there. So they are using this kind of a website.
Okay. I think that's enough. Thank you so much, Ms. Jihye Kim, for an insightful and inspiring presentation. Please give a round of applause for her. Okay, we really appreciate your comprehensive explanation on how Korean educational program communicate with their community. In the post-war generation, they believe that the king is on the same level with teacher, and that's why they really respect on their teacher. But schools in Korea has their own application to keep in touch with the parents, but still respect on their privacy and rights. It shows that teacher and parents always want to stay connected, and also everything can be taken, but only education, skill, and capability will not. Thank you so much, Ms. Jane. On behalf of the organizing community and participant, I would like to express our sincere gratitude to you for sharing your expertise and engaging us in such a meaningful way. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now proceed to the end of this session. Thank you so much for attending to this meeting. And maybe Ms. Olive will be continuing the session. Thank you so much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, that's bring us to the end of today's session. We would like to express our sincere appreciation to our guest expert, moderator, and all participants for their active engagement and valuable contributions. May the knowledge and insight shared today be beneficial and applicable in your academic and professional practices. On behalf of the organizing committee, I sincerely apologize for any shortcomings during the event. Thank you for your participation. Have a wonderful day and see you at our next program.